The young and the restless, spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Today is a beautiful, crazy day in the soap world, and we have an absolute mountain of jaw-dropping drama to unpack. Grab your coffee, your tea, or maybe something a little stronger, because things in Genoa City have officially gone off the rails, and I am here for every single second of it. I cannot even begin to process what I just watched, but I need to get this out of my system right now before my head literally explodes. Kane Ashby is dead? I am typing this at 2 in the morning, my hands are literally shaking, and I am just screaming at my screen. Kane dies at the hands of Matt Clark? I mean, I have been watching this show religiously since 2015, and I have seen some wild, unhinged twists in my time. But this takes the absolute cake. We all knew Matt Clark was a complete and utter psychopath who loves to torture the Newman family, but taking out Kane? That was a curveball I did not see coming, and I am still trying to pick my jaw up off the floor. But wait, I am getting ahead of myself, because we have to talk about why Kane was even in this position and what led to this absolute bloodbath. Because Kane Ashby brought this entirely on himself, and I am not even sorry to say it. Remember when we found out that Malcolm Winters was dying of aplastic anemia and desperately needed a bone marrow transplant? And Lily was absolutely devastated because her twins weren't a match? Enter Kane Ashby, playing the hero. He gets tested, he is the only match, and we all thought, wow, maybe Kane is actually going to do something selfless for once. Nope. Instead, this absolute snake decides to use his own bone marrow, the only thing that can save Lily's uncle, as a bargaining chip to blackmail Lily into giving him control of Chancellor Winters. I was screaming at my television. How sick and twisted do you have to be to hold a dying man's life hostage for corporate power? And that is exactly where Victor Newman comes in. Because you just know, the mustache is never going to sit on the sidelines when there is a massive corporate scandal brewing. Victor swoops in and absolutely obliterates Kane's entire scheme. Victor revealing Kane's betrayal to everyone was one of the most satisfying moments of television I have seen all year. The look on Kane's face when Victor exposed his disgusting blackmail plot? Priceless. Victor literally tore him to shreds, and Lily finally saw Kane for the absolute monster he had become. But before Kane could even face the legal or social consequences of his actions, Matt Clark enters the chat and ends his life. I mean, the irony is just too much. Matt is currently faking amnesia and pretending he doesn't remember all the horrific things he did to Nick and Sharon. But clearly, the killer instinct is still very much alive. Kane getting taken out by Matt is just, wow. Am I the only one who thinks Kane kinda deserved it after what he tried to do to Malcolm? I know that sounds harsh, but come on. Okay, back to the point, because the drama does not stop with Kane's death. We have to talk about Matt's fiercely loyal, completely unhinged follower, Sienna Bacall. Because Swoon just dropped a massive spoiler predicting a brand new love triangle, and I am losing my absolute mind over it. A love triangle between Sienna, Noah Newman, and Audra Charles. Let that sink in for a second. Sienna has literally no real ties to Genoa City, other than being obsessed with Matt. She is the one who attacked Phyllis in that dark basement. She's the one who supplied Nick Newman with the drugs that almost killed him. And now she is somehow trying to play house with Noah Newman? I am sorry, but no. Just no. Sienna is always feeling like Noah is on the fence, like he doesn't want to fully commit to her. And you know why, Sienna? Because he doesn't. Noah has been hesitant this entire time, because he knows deep down that this girl is bad news, and more importantly, because his heart still belongs to Audra Charles. We all know it. The writers know it. The fans know it. I know some people are loving the idea of Noah finding someone new, but personally, I think Sienna is just a placeholder until she inevitably gets written off the show. With Matt currently in this weird redemption or fake amnesia storyline, this is the perfect setup for Sienna to finally pack her bags and leave Genoa City for good. Because let's be real, the fans are practically begging for Noah Newman to reunite with Audra Charles. By this point, it feels almost inevitable. The history between Noah and Audra is so incredibly heavy and emotional. Remember when Audra finally broke down and confessed to Sally about the baby she lost? That miscarriage completely destroyed her. She went through that trauma utterly alone. And when Noah found out, the guilt absolutely consumed him. He has been carrying around this massive, crushing weight because he wasn't there for her when she needed him the most. That kind of shared trauma doesn't just go away. It bonds people together in ways that a superficial fling with someone like Sienna never could. Noah feels like he owes Audra, but more than that, he still loves her. He wants to be the man who protects her now, to make up for the times he failed her in the past. But of course, this is the young and the restless, so nothing is ever that simple. Enter Kyle Abbott. Oh my god, can we talk about Kyle for a minute? Because this is where the classic Newman versus Abbott rivalry is about to flare up in the most spectacular way. The writers have been heavily hinting at a massive clash between these two families, and Audra Charles is the perfect prize to fight over. Yes, the writers have built a deeply emotional foundation for Noah and Audra, but we cannot ignore the absolute fire and chemistry between Kyle Abbott and Audra. Am I the only one who thinks they are electric together? It is that toxic, corporate, shark, love-hate energy that just makes for incredible television. When Kyle and Audra are together, the sparks literally fly off the screen. The last time we saw them, they were joking around, sharing these intense, flirty smiles, and Noah was standing right there looking like he was about to spontaneously combust from jealousy. Did you see the look on Noah's face? He was seething. Noah was acting like he was just annoyed because they were making jokes at the Newman family's expense, but let's be real. That wasn't about family pride. That was pure, unadulterated jealousy. Noah cannot stand the thought of Audra being with another man, especially an Abbott. He hates seeing her smile at Kyle. He hates seeing them banter, and he hates that Kyle can give her this playful, exciting dynamic that Noah's brooding self struggles to provide. And Kyle's current situation makes this even more complicated. I know some fans thought Kyle had completely closed the door on Audra, especially after all the drama. But now that Audra might be moving on, suddenly Kyle is paying attention again. Typical guy behavior, right? You don't want her until someone else does. Plus, Kyle just lost Claire Newman to someone else. He is lonely, his ego is bruised, and he's looking around, realizing that he let go of a woman who actually brought a lot of excitement and passion into his life. Now that he has no one warming his bed, Audra suddenly doesn't seem so bad to him anymore. I fully expect Kyle to make a major play to get Audra back, just to prove he can, and just to stick it to Noah. But wait, because the rumor mill is churning out something even more insane, and I don't even know if I am mentally prepared for it. There are whispers, loud whispers, that before Kyle fully commits to chasing Audra again, he might have a brief, scandalous fling with Victoria Newman. I am going to type that again so you understand how crazy this is. Victoria Newman, I am sorry. But what? I am literally screaming. If Kyle sleeps with Victoria, the internet will actually break. The age gap, the family dynamics, the absolute disrespect to Victor. Can you imagine Victor's face if he finds out Kyle Abbott is sleeping with his daughter? It would be World War III in Genoa City. I don't even know if I want to see that happen or if I am dreading it, but I kind of love the sheer chaos of it. If Kyle hooks up with Victoria, it just proves how messy and lost he is right now. But eventually, all roads are going to lead back to Audra. Kyle is going to realize that a fling with Victoria is a death sentence, and he is going to pivot right back to fighting Noah for Audra's heart. So what do we want to see happen, guys? I am so torn. On one hand, Noah and Audra have that deep, soulmate level angst. The guilt, the lost baby, the longing. It is beautiful, tragic soap opera perfection. But on the other hand, Kyle and Audra are just so fun and toxic. They match each other's freak perfectly. Whoever Audra chooses, I just need Sienna to step aside and let the real heavyweights fight this out. Sienna had her fun drugging Nick and acting like a mob wife for Matt, but her time is up. I am going to need a whole pot of coffee to survive next week's episodes. Between Kane's funeral, if anyone even goes, Victor's smug victory lap, Matt's reign of terror, and this explosive Noah-Audra-Kyle love triangle, My heart cannot take it. Let me know in the comments who you are rooting for, because I am changing my mind every 5 seconds. Do you want Audra with brooding Noah or arrogant Kyle? And seriously, what are we gonna do if Kyle actually hooks up with Victoria? I cannot wait to read your thoughts.